Are you going through a hard time right now for whatever reason? Maybe you're in a trigger. Maybe you're just feeling emotionally wounded. Maybe life's just been really, really hard. In this video, I want to just provide you with some medicine, with some loving that'll help you move into a softer, lighter, clearer state so that you could better move about your day and better attune to the synchronicities that are already there, attempting to support you, that just want you to become more conscious of them so that you can ride that wave. For those of you who don't know, my name is David Lyon, creator of Living Magic and opening the channel, here to support you on your path of spiritual growth, ascension, and inner dopeness. So for those of you who might be going through a hard time, just take a moment now, and I want you to tune out of absolutely everything. This is your moment. You're here in this moment for a reason. So tune in for a second and feel that happening. Feel that tune in happening and just be here with me in this moment as if this was meant just for you. So maybe you have your earphones on, or maybe you're just giving this your full attention. Whatever it is, whatever you're doing, and whatever you're going through, I just want you to know first and foremost that it's okay. Even if it doesn't feel okay, just receive these words for a moment. Even if you're feeling frustrated or resistant, I want you to recognize and know that it's okay. It's okay to not feel okay. And all I want you to do to begin with, if you're ready and if you're willing to feel even just a little bit lighter and a little bit better, and perhaps even get some clarity and revelation, is I want you to go ahead and just close your eyes. Just close your eyes and receive and notice and feel the presence of love that is here for you right now. Be it from myself or from the universe. I want you to notice and become present to the love that is here for you right now in this moment. Even if you could only feel it a bit, just take a moment to feel. And again, it's okay if you have frustrations or resistance, or even if you don't like this video at this moment in this time. Just stay with it for a moment. I promise you, there's something here for you. So just feel, just soften. And whatever it is you're going through inside, I want you to guide yourself to let go of any resistance that you have to feeling what you're feeling, and any judgment that you may have placed on what you're feeling. I shouldn't be feeling this way. I don't want to feel this way. I need to fix this feeling. That's resistance and judgment. Don't resist your resistance. Don't resist your feelings. Don't judge your judgment. Don't judge your feelings. Just take a moment to just soften and release your resistance and your judgment to the best of your ability. We're just leading you into a state of more softness so that more light and more revelation can come through. So dance with us. Soften, release resistance, release judgment, relax your shoulders, relax your body, soften your brow, unclench your jaw, allow your breathing to shift and relax even deeper now, and just soften. And just recognize how here in this moment, even though you might not have any idea what to do or what's best for you, you can still rest in this space and just feel and sense that there is a higher frequency, a higher vibration available to you if you simply sense and let yourself sense in that direction. So you might feel a certain ping in your consciousness, or a certain lightness open up that you could kind of sense yourself towards and receive. Again, you're not looking for information or details for the mind. You're just letting yourself soften so that you could become more aware of the light piercing through in your consciousness, that ping, that higher frequency ping that's saying this way. And you're just letting yourself feel it. And as you feel that light, that it might feel like a current or a stream or a ping or a beam, as you feel that light energy, just receive it. You don't need to give in order to receive. You could just receive. So as you receive it, I want you to begin to follow it. Imagine as if you could follow that light energy and give yourself permission to joyfully follow it to the best of your ability, giving yourself permission to be as much as free and as joyful as you want, just following this stream like you're dancing with it. You could even bring some imagination to it. Imagine as if you're genuinely following this golden stream of light. And the more you follow it, the more you embody it, the more you let it in. And you're just playing for now. You're just exploring. You're seeing where this goes. Perhaps being curious about, okay, where's this guy bringing us? I don't get it, but let's just see. Adopt a behavior of curiosity so that as you follow it, for the next 5 seconds, in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And with every number that I count from 1 to 5, I want you to use each count to dance with and follow that light energy to the best of your ability, so that the more you follow it, the more you feel it and the more you absorb it. As I count now from 1, following that energy, 2, dancing with it inside your consciousness and inside your space, 3, lightening up more and more and just feeling it move through your body in different ways, 4, angels galore, and 5, feeling even just a little bit more alive. And as you find yourself in this space, all I want you to do is I want you to notice how that light energy could move through you and begin to reveal to you certain expressions of yourself that are wanting to come more online. Letting it reveal to you in your imagination, through your curiosity, different expressions of yourself that are wanting to come more online. So you might see yourself wanting to have more fun, a more fun you, or maybe it's simply a more expressed and a more loud you that lets yourself speak up or yell if you need to yell. Or maybe it's a you that's dancing and you haven't danced in a while. These are intuitions. This is your inner guidance speaking to you. Pay attention to the behavior and the attitude that you see in this lighter expressed self, in your light body, essentially. Notice the expressions, pay attention to them, receive them, and acknowledge them as you see them. Okay, yeah, I could feel that. I could see more of that. I could see how that could be helpful. I could feel how my body's wanting that. Okay, move in that direction. And then once more, allow that light energy to move through you and allow it to move through you and reveal to you something that it's really wanting you to focus on, that it wants your curiosity, your excitement, your fun to focus on. Let it reveal to you an activity or an idea that it really wants you to focus on. And it might be something as simple as going for a walk. Maybe you've been in the house too long, trying to work too hard at the computer or trying too hard to fix things with your partner. Maybe it's revealing to you to just go for a walk. Or maybe it's saying to go see some of your friends, or to reach out to a certain person, or to make yourself a certain kind of food. Whatever it reveals to you, what I want you to pay attention to is, again, your behavior and your attitude in this revelation. Notice how you're behaving when you view this and how it feels to do this. Just notice the sensations that this will lead to. So that as you start to make these changes now, and you begin to shift and reflect what you're observing, you begin to get clearer guidance on where life is wanting you to move and flow and express in order for more light, more clarity, and more revelation to come through, so that you could tune into where things are figured out for you without you needing to figure things out. So paying attention to whatever that activity or idea is, and noticing whatever expressions of yourself are wanting to come online, perhaps even through that. And just be willing to go in that direction. That's it. That's all. There's nothing more powerful than a wholehearted decision. So just be willing to go in that direction with the behavior and attitude that you see shown to you. Now, as you do this, all I want you to do is I want you to take a moment and pause and recognize how you feel even just a little bit lighter, perhaps even a lot a bit lighter than you did before we started. Recognize that. Acknowledge that. Acknowledge yourself for that. How you can feel even just a little bit or a lot a bit lighter than you did before we started. And give yourself that credit. Be like, okay, wow, I do feel, even if it's only 10% lighter. That's a shift. That's progress. And then from this point, acknowledge yourself, celebrate yourself. Okay, this was good. I'm happy I did this. I'm happy I learned how to follow, how to soften inside myself and follow the inner light inside me and use it to reveal things that I could really use. Take a moment, acknowledge and receive it as if you're watering yourself with that energy. And then all I want you to do from here is to take a moment to pause and to look back on the version of you that you were before you started this journey. Just observe. Without judgment, without resistance, you're just observing, almost like a butterfly observing its caterpillar self, its previous version. And all I want you to do is to just observe that you, the way that you is standing, dressed, the way that you is perhaps talks, its body language, its energy, its behavior, its attitude. Just observe. And from this vantage point, from this perspective, I want you to notice and observe the behaviors and the attitudes and the mindsets that may have been keeping that version of you stuck and stagnant. Again, with compassion, with curiosity, with love, just observing like, oh, yeah, that version of me was being overly serious or overly obsessive about trying to fix a certain thing. Or maybe you'll simply see that it was just being too lazy and not moving energy enough and going for that walk that you needed to go on. But just observe whatever those things are that you can see that was keeping that version of you stuck and stagnant and heavy. Just observing so that you can have clarity on what energetic was manifesting that reality or was holding that reality in place. And as you observe, gaining whatever insights you gain, just take a moment to observe. Once you feel complete, once you feel like you can see clearly why that version of you was there and stuck in the ways it was stuck, all I want you to do is, with gratitude and with appreciation, the same way you would for your caterpillar self, is to love on it and be like, I get it, I understand. And allow that version of you to begin to dissolve into certain energies. And you're going to see it dissolve into two primary energies, into two primary textures. And what I want you to do is to allow yourself to absorb and to receive all the good qualities of that version of you, because there were many good qualities there as well. There's perhaps the energies of you that were devoted to finding a solution, that were doing your best to be love and to find clarity, that were just showing up to the best of your ability, that were being courageous. Whatever those energies are, allow yourself to bring forth and to absorb those energies to further light you up and to nourish you, and to release and bless the denser ones that no longer serve you and that were never you to begin with, that you had picked up from other people, other times, other places. And you can allow those energies, those denser energies, and that version of you to dissolve and be pushed off into the distance until it's so far away you can't see it anymore. And any energy that you had invested in behaving like that you can now come back to you and get reinvested into this you, into this light, allowing that newfound energy to get reinvested into you and to amplify the experience of the expressions of you that are wanting to come more online and the activities and the ideas that are wanting to be more focused on. Allow it to amplify it so that the pictures become brighter and more vivid. As you look at these things, they become sharper and more clear, more joyful, more lit up, more fun, more attainable, more yes. And all I want you to do is to become excited. Give yourself permission to become excited about what you're seeing, about choosing those expressions, about choosing those ideas, so that as you become excited about it, you're adding your own energy and light to it, and it begins to integrate itself into your subconscious mind as a means of telling your subconscious, this is the direction I prefer to go in. This is where we're setting the sails. This is where we're shifting the flow. So allow yourself to become excited about that direction so that now you can feel the flow moving in that direction. And give yourself permission now to choose for yourself that when you awaken, when you open your eyes, you will wholeheartedly and maybe even playfully and joyfully go in that direction immediately or as soon as you possibly can, and just see what happens. Just be curious to experience that flow of that direction and continuing to dance with that light energy as you move through your waking world life. Because in a moment, I'm going to count up from 1 to 7. And on the count of 7, eyes open, wide awake, no longer entranced. However, instead of waking up out of trance, I'd like to ask your inner being and energy to guide you through trance so that you bring with you all the energies, all the love, all the great feelings, the wisdom that is best kept with you in the waking world. So that from this moment forward, when you open your eyes, you will be that butterfly and you will be ready to act on those higher directions and just see what happens when you flow that way. Just being curious to dance with the unknown. As I begin to count up now from 1, 2, 3, slowly, gently arising as you feel your energy start to pump up and ascend through you, as you go ahead now and just allow yourself to flow towards the count of 4. As I go ahead and ask your energy to go ahead now, your inner being, to reteach joy, reteach lightness to every cell of your being, so that as you awaken and arise and you feel yourself getting lighter, you know that you are relearning and re-experiencing joy as if for the first time again. As you go up to the count of 5, feeling more light and more alive. As you take a moment to once again let go of any dense energies that you no longer need. Simply allowing those things to flush out of your body and to release out of your bottom, out of your feet, out of your legs, out of wherever, making room and making space for even more of the energy that you prefer on the count of 6, getting ready to awaken and arise as you start to reorientate to the space around you. And 7, eyes open, wide awake, feeling good, feeling light, and recognizing that in this moment, you now have an opportunity, you have the opportunity to act on that new spark that you can feel, that's saying this way, and trusting that that is your higher mind, your higher self guiding you, saying, I got you, come this way. You don't need to figure things out. Come to where things are figured out for you and play in this direction, and allow yourself to be surprised by the intelligence in life and how it could unfold for you. All right? Recognize you don't know how things are going to happen. You're only designed to know how things are happening and how things have happened. But that feeling, that guiding light, knows how things are going to happen. And all you can sense as you sense into that direction is that it's a lighter direction. Always move in the direction of a lighter feeling, always, to the best of your ability. And it will lead you to the light and the brilliance and the radiance and the joy that you desire to experience and feel more of inside. Your dreams are not a destination, they're a state of being. All right, so follow that light, keep following the lighter feeling, and let me know how this goes for you. When you leave this video, go do your thing. And if you can, I would love it if you come back and leave a comment, or if you want, you can leave a comment now and let me know how this experience was for you. I would love to hear about it. All right. From my heart to yours, lots of love. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did and you feel like other people can benefit, please go ahead and share it in your stories or wherever else so that we could spread this message of love. All right. Peace, guys.